Hey guys, it's a brew day. Sanitizing the equipment. Irish moss. Rest of the yeast, energizer, if I remember to even put it in. Coming up to the mash temp now. We're about 150, approaching 150. Brewed up some coffee. It's about 11:30 Saturday morning. Got some cowboy coffee with pumpkin Folgers with some pumpkin pie spice mixed in. Taste of fall on a spring day. So I'm waiting for that to come up to about 155. Woohoo! 6 hours in the crock pot. We got ourselves a chuck roast. Gonna do some shredded beef sliders later for dinner. So Captain just put that away. So all I gotta do is brew the beer and just come here and shred that, add a little barbecue, and we'll be good to go for tonight. Alright, so what we brewing today, we are brewing my annual May Day festival brew, which, for May Day, so it has to be ready for May 1st. Last year I used Kvike yeast, but I'm brewing early this year, because Kvike ferments in 3 days. So, man, if you got to do a beer in a pinch, which I did last year for this beer, I had a week to get it ready, and let me tell you, it was ready in a week. But I'm got 2 weeks, so this is going to use traditional Nottingham English ale yeast. Basically, I'm calling this brew Summerisle Ale in honor of the famous May Day movie, The Wicker Man, starring the late great Peter Cushing. Not Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee. I'm sorry, I get those two mixed up sometimes. Christopher Lee. This is going to be interesting how to get these. I thought the grains were in like a plastic bag, like he normally does, but he just dumped them in the paper bag here this time, so I'm going to have to try and get this in without losing any grains. It's 5 pounds of 2-row and Pilsner Light, so it's a real light color ale, as you can tell from the ingredients. Just an ounce of East Kent Goldings at 60, and this one I split up, one at 30 and one at Flame Out, so I have to get my scale out. And that's it. Me and Hugo are just waiting for... Okay, I'm going to kill it now. Talking to you guys, I overshot. So I want to move this off the heat, because we're at 160. This is definitely going to shoot up, keep shooting up. You know how it is. I'm trying to have an easy brew day, so I'm just going to whatever it with this brew. Just take it easy, because last month's brew for the Abbey Ale was just a crazy hiccup. Last month's Abbey beer was a night... No. Shh. I had taken my jacket to insulate the brew pot, but that's why I'm brewing with this pot here, because it doesn't have the temperature probe. The temperature probe sits up too high, so I should have did my two-step thermometer, because this thermometer that goes in the water actually tells it better because it goes down to the bottom. The temperature probe, obviously, so the water up top was cooler than what was at the bottom, so I was like, I didn't realize it, rushing around, on a Saturday, because I got to pick up my daughter and take her to her second job and everything, so I was like rushing and not really thinking. I put the insulator, my jacket, to insulate it like I always do, so because it always loses temperature by the time of the hour mash goes by, and I started playing with the settings, the old Craig tube method, turn it on real quick and then turn it off, and I set the jacket on fire. The freaking thing burst into flames. I threw it in the sink. It was a nightmare. Whew, scary, but it was alright. And like I said, then the temperature was like up to like almost like 180, and when I put the other stick in, I was so frustrated. But the brew, as you see from the tasting videos and everything, and the beer is really good. And I'm gonna, if I get a chance, I'll pour. I have a couple glasses left in the keg. The keg's probably gonna kill out like any day now. So I don't even know how many beers are left in it. But if I'm able to shoot later during this video, after my coffee, obviously, I'll show you how clear that beer is. Because when we went on vacation, so the beer sat in the keg, and now it's like down to its last legs, and like it is like crystal clear. So it goes to show you, you know, homebrew that's foggy, you let it sit in a keg for a couple weeks, man, it clears way out, you know, without adding any. You know, it's still a little foggy, like a little chill haze look to it, but you can see right through it, like anything. You know, it's the clearest beer I've had in a while because of it sitting. But I drink the stuff too fast that I don't let it age. I don't, like I said, I only have one keg, so I'm not letting a keg, you know, age. Ain't happening. All right, so I overshot, so now I gotta wait for that to come down. It's at 160, and then yeah, I'll bring you back when right after we're done doing in. All right, guys. So far, no hiccups. Everything went smoothly. When I took the blanket off, it was sitting at 150 degrees, so perfect temp for mashing. It's the first time in the last 3 or 4 brews that the temperature has not been too high or too low after mashing. So we're about 4 gallons. That's the 5-gallon mark, way up there. You know, well, that's a 6. There's 7, 6, 5, and then 4. So we're up, sparged out, got it up to 4 gallons. Just trying to keep the lid on, obviously, to get this up to a rolling boil. And then I'm gonna do the first ounce hop drop of East Kent Goldings at 60. So just waiting for this to start boiling. All right, there's the.
That's the hotel.
There we go. Rolling boil. Waiting for this hot break to stop.
It's no weapon. It's no food ready.
Alexa, start a timer for an hour. There you go. One ounce East Kent Goldings for an hour. And I'll bring you back. We got two more hop additions, one at 30 and one at flame out. 3, 2, 1. Boom. 30 minutes left on the clock. So that's the 30-minute hop drop. Alright guys, we got like 1 more minute on the boil. And then we're going to do our last hop drop. And then kill the heat. Last hop drop. The Energizer and the 3 pounds of DME. I just wanted to show you this is the last bit that's in the keg. I mean, look how clear that is for a homebrew. Cheers. This was good beer. Man, I drank it quick. This was, because normally I still have like the 2 weeks left to enjoy it, but now we're done. So that's it. That's the keg started just, that sound. I'm like, no, that's it. So I don't even know. 8 ounces worth of brew. That was it. Cheers, guys. As Craig always says, when making homebrew, gotta have a homebrew. And the bell's about to go off, so gonna kill the heat. All right, there it is. Kill the heat. Last hop drop, and I'm gonna get this yeast energizer in and do the DME. We pitch the yeast. Hugo got the flask ready, and we're sitting at. Let's see. I don't know. Let me get a little spin. 1090. Here's 1080. 1090. So. Around 1090-ish. Using different flasks, different hydrometer. So my numbers aren't off. I mean, I don't get it, but anyway. I don't know why I brew such high efficient beer, but anyway. I digress. It's 1090, it's 70 degrees, well, 66 supposedly. So, I mean, if you add a point to it, it's 1091, something like that, right? 1090, add a point, 1091, right? I'll call it at 1090 or 1089. 246 246 810 1090. All right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna get the flask, pour that back in here. It'll be right at whatever the hell 5 gallons is. That's the 5-gallon mark. 6 and 7. So, all right, guys. Remember what Captain and the first mate always say. Whew, seems like a hell of a long brew day, but it is what it is. So remember, guys, let's set sail.